Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're shedding light on one of the oldest flags in Europe when we dive into the history and symbolism of the flag of Bulgaria. Get ready to uncover the intriguing stories behind the colors and symbols that make up this iconic national flag. Let's get started. As always, we'll begin with a brief introduction to the history of the country, to make it easier to navigate the historical and cultural context of the creation of the national banner. The early history of Bulgaria is a complex one with many twists and turns throughout the centuries. For the context of this video we won't delve too deep, as it is not until the 19th century the Bulgarian flag was adopted. So we'll do with the short version. The country of Bulgaria has got its name after the Bulgars, a Turkish nomadic warrior tribe. The first Bulgarian state, what was referred to as Old Great Bulgaria, in the 7th century, was in fact not in Bulgaria at all, but in what is now the Ukraine and Russia, by the Azov Sea. Migration westward and south in the late 7th century led the Bulgars to the lower side of the Danube River and the territory we now know as Bulgaria. Here Bulgars mixed with different pagan tribes in the region under an era that is referred to as the First Bulgarian Empire. This First Bulgarian Empire was established in 681. At its greatest extent, the Bulgarian Empire stretched from Budapest to the Black Sea, and from the Dnieper River in present-day Ukraine to the Adriatic Sea. While the original Bulgars is believed to be of Central Asian origin, today Bulgarians is referred to as a Slavic people. The Slavs is the most populous European ethno-linguistic group. As you'll learn later on, the link to the Slavic group will be of importance in the creation of the national flag we know today. The empire lasted for 337 years, and had numerous conflicts with other tribes and territories. Most notably with Byzantium, who eventually conquered the Bulgars and put an effective end to the First Bulgarian Empire in 1018. What's worth noting about the First Bulgarian Empire is that it managed to develop a cultural Bulgarian identity. Under the reign of Boris I, the territory of Bulgaria was converted from paganism to Christianity, as the monarch made Christian Orthodoxy a state religion. This was as much of a geopolitical move as a religious, but nonetheless an important act that would shape the culture and identity of the Bulgarians for centuries. The Cyrillic alphabet, that has since been adopted throughout many parts of Eastern Europe and the Balkans, was also developed in Bulgaria in this period and also helped contribute to preserve a national cultural identity. At the end of the 12th century, the Bulgarian Empire was re-established, but also this Second Bulgarian Empire succumbed to Byzantine attacks. As a consequence, Bulgaria would yet again come under Turkish rule, and remained a Turkish province for almost 500 years within the Byzantine and Ottoman Empire. Byzantium was under Christian rule when Bulgaria was included, but became Muslim when the Ottomans came from the east to conquer the Turkish capital. The fact that the Bulgarian territory was Christian Orthodox and not Muslim, like the ruling Turks, is important, as this has created a basis for both cultural conflict lines and religious alliances in the Balkans for centuries. Inspired by events in other countries, a national liberation movement developed in the 18th and 19th centuries. In the mid-1870s there was a huge national uprising. This did not go down well with the rulers in the Ottoman Empire. Tens of thousands of Bulgarians were killed and massacred in the uprising. This created a huge amount of animosity in the Christian territories in Europe. Most notably, the Russian Empire had previously committed to come to the aid of the Christian brothers in the Balkans if Christian Orthodox communities were ever to be threatened by the Muslims, and in 1877 they sent over 200,000 soldiers to fight in the Russo-Turkish War. In the peace treaty in 1878 the independent Principality of Bulgaria under Turkish rule was established. This gave Bulgaria a great sense of autonomy as was the basis of the modern-day Bulgarian state. In 1908, when the Turkish was caught up in internal conflicts, Bulgaria declared its independence and created the Kingdom of Bulgaria. The territorial borders of Bulgaria have changed numerous times throughout history, and numerous times during what was known as the First and Second Balkan War in the early 20th century. In the years leading up to World War I, in the First War Bulgaria teamed up with neighbors Greece, Montenegro and Serbia to fight the Ottomans, which was successful. This secured new territories. Despite growing the territory substantially, Bulgaria was unsatisfied with how the territories was divided, leading to a conflict with the other members of the Balkan League, as well as Romania and the Ottoman Empire. Losing the war, they also had to give up much of the land it had gained shortly before. When World War I began in 1914, Bulgaria declared strict neutrality. But this should not last for long. Eventually Bulgaria teamed up with the Central Powers, but as we all know, the Austro-Hungarian Empire and the German Empire of the Central Powers was on the losing side. leading Bulgaria to give up even more land after World War I. Bulgaria was also disarmed and subjected to a heavy burden of reparations that would strain the government and make it difficult to prosper and flourish as a nation during the first half of the 20th century. Following a period of weak and unstable bourgeois rule, Boris III seized power in 1935 and ruled dictatorially until his death in 1943. During World War II, Bulgaria declared itself neutral but increasingly leaned toward the Axis powers. The Soviet Union declared war on Bulgaria and entered the country in 1944, paving the way for a communist takeover in September the same year. The monarchy was abolished in a referendum in 1946, and Bulgaria became a people's republic. The economy shifted to a planned economy with a focus on industrialization and forced collectivization of agriculture from 1948. From 1962, Todor Zhivkov was Bulgaria's strong leader, and the one-party state of Bulgaria was one of the most loyal members of the Soviet power bloc. In 1989, Zhivkov was removed from his positions as head of state and party, and in 1990, the first free political election was held. In the 1990s, Bulgaria's relations with the West improved and the country became a member of NATO in 2004 and joined the European Union in 2007. So how did these historical events shape the Bulgarian national flag? The current flag was first adopted in 1879, when Bulgaria became a Turkish principality following the Turkish-Russian War. The flag of Bulgaria boasts 3 horizontal stripes, white at the top, green in the middle, and red at the bottom. The white stripe is said to represent the values of peace and freedom. The green symbolizes the fertile land, growth, and the country's natural beauty. And the fiery red stands for the courage and valor of the Bulgarian people and the blood spilled to make the country independent. Bulgaria is a Slavic people, and the Pan-Slavic colors of blue, red and white are common in this region, and many flags was inspired by the Russian flag. This was also the case for Bulgaria. Although the official national flag of the Russian Empire at the time was yellow and black, the flag we know today has been associated with Russia all the way back to the 1690s. If you see the Russian flag, the Bulgarian flag had the exact same design, the only difference being that it replaced the color blue with the color green. The flag remained unchanged for 70 years, until 1947, when the emblem of the People's Republic of Bulgaria was added in the upper left corner. This emblem, which included a lion, also had the date September 9, 1944, in the ribbon. This was the date of the military coup when the monarchy was overthrown and Bulgaria became a communist state. The communist star can also be seen over the lion. The emblem got revised slightly 2 times over the following years, until a more prominent change was made in the emblem in 1971, when the date of the military coup in 1944 was removed and the year 681 and 1944 was added instead. The year 681 referring to the establishment of the First Bulgarian Empire. When the communist regime fell, Bulgaria readopted the flag from the pre-communist era, making a flag without the emblem in the upper left corner. So, there you have it, the rich history and deep symbolism behind the flag of Bulgaria. From its vibrant colors to its meaningful symbols, this flag encapsulates the nation's resilience, history, and aspirations. We hope you've enjoyed this journey into the heart of Bulgarian identity. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fascinating explorations. Until next time, stay curious and keep those flags flying high.